Hi, my dad, spend the day with me. It's actually Trans Day of Visibility. You didn't already know I am a trans dad. Proof. Something I get asked more than anything else is, how do I feel as a trans person with all this trans hate in the world, all this prejudice, all this anti-trans legislation? How does it make me feel? Obviously not great. Especially because I know a lot of that legislation is going to affect young people. And that's the number one group I am advocating for, is young queer people. But one of the reasons that all this anti-trans rhetoric you hear in the news and the media never affects me directly, like who I am as a person, is because if you pay attention, none of it is about being inherently trans. If you listen, it is such a cis issue. All that anti-trans propaganda has ever told me is how big of a man problem we have. And I'm talking about the cis ones. They're never like, oh my God, a trans guy like me going into the men's bathroom. Because then couldn't a cis guy pretend to be a trans man and go into the girls' bathroom if you're gonna force me to go in the girls' bathroom? The reason they never talk about that and they only focus on trans women because they're scared of men. And no men are the issue, but a trans woman is a man and you're gonna let a man in the bathroom with little girls? That's not about being trans. That's about being a man. They don't want men in the bathroom with little girls, and for good reason. But what they did is dress up this scenario as a trans woman who is a woman and call her a man and say she is going to be in the bathroom, or they say she's going to be competing against girls. And they use the fact that people have this society as a whole has this massive issue with men because men statistically throughout history are the reason bad things happen. They are responsible for almost all of the violence in the entire world. So instead of them looking inwards and going, okay, well, we gotta fix this because not only are we hurting children and women, we also are hurting ourselves, go, oh, let's just point the finger somewhere else. What is a nice, non-violent, marginalized community that we could pin all of our issues on so that we can still do everything we want to do? We don't have to change, but we point the finger, everyone's scared, and this community that makes up the smallest percentage of the world will take all the flack. It is the most cis issue, right, unless they make the issue about what if that trans person's a man? What if? What if? Why should we be so scared that a man is sharing a bathroom with anyone? Because men commit violent crimes against young women, not trans people. But they've convinced you